All right. So Wegener came up with all of this support, but or all of this evidence. So for the fossils, the climate, and for the land features, but he could not find an explanation for the push or pull of the continents. So at this point, back in 1910, Wegener could not explain that there were layers in the earth, or he could not explain convection currents in the mantle. So he could not explain why the continents were moving. Therefore, his hypothesis was rejected. People thought he was crazy. They were like, man, like what is going on? There's no way that this could be true. That's until 1960. So 50 years later, Harry Hess proposed a radical idea suggesting of the process called sea floor spreading. So you are learning about World War II right now in social studies, and you're going to learn during this time that this was the first war where where the United States used submarines as a form of military combat. So, Harry Hess, he was a captain during World War II, and he gathered data while cruising from battle to battle. So, what he did is he mapped the ocean floor using sonar. So, what he did is that he would send off like a signal down to the bottom of the ocean, and then depending on how quickly it bounced back to him, would tell him how deep he was. So, what he would find is these some areas would there would be new crust, and he could detect that through this sonar. So he was mapping the ocean floor, and this is what helped science really come to the conclusion, really helped them believe that, oh my gosh, Wegener could have been right here. So again, submarines, that was really, really helpful when it came to mapping the sea floor. They were the ones that had the technology to help us map. So seafloor spreading, what it is, this is a process. You won't need to know this for this test, but you will for future tests, is that seafloor spreading. As magma bubbles up, so magma, again, is just from the mantle, at sites of seafloor spreading, it is cooled by the cold, so frigid is cold seawater, and becomes Earth's newest oceanic crust. Most of the new igneous rock is basalt. All right, so you don't need to really know that, but what you need to know is this is kind of what it looks like as it's coming up, and it cools so quickly that it's kind of rocky and broken. All right, and so this is a good picture to kind of help you see that magma is being pushed up from the convection currents in the mantle here, and it's making this new oceanic crust for us right here at this piece. So this will be spot number 11 on your paper. So seafloor spreading. Seafloor spreads apart along both sides of the mid-ocean ridge. So this would be your mid-ocean ridge here. They spread along both sides, and it adds new. New is the word that you are adding to your paper. New crust is added. The ocean floor moves like a conveyor belt carrying the continents along with them. All right, so now what you are going to do is you are going to take the 10-question quiz on your paper, and then you will finish your study guide. Afterwards, if you will please turn in the Nearpod notes page. Thank you very much.